Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another Vintage Cube. Coming back with a vengeance here, and I think we're going to start with Orcish Bowmasters. No power in this pack, sadly, but I think this is pretty clearly the best card. There's not really anything that I would consider close. The two blue counters are decent, obviously. Ignoble's nice, but this card definitely stands out. Just excellent value. You can have some cool combos with it. Let's grab a Bowmasters. See where we go from here. The nice thing is it's a flexible card, doesn't really put us into anything specific other than, of course, playing some black. So like I could easily pair it with a Thalia. I don't think I will, but black-white sort of value, tempo, and there's a couple different ways you can go with that. The card I might take from here, though, I think is Currency Converter. I think this card is just also really flexible. It can enable Reanimator, but it's also just it has a surprising amount of uses. That like every time I play with it, I'm just happy to have it in play, almost no matter what. So I'm gonna think I'd take that. It's a fetch land. If it was a black fetch, I would be a lot more interested, just because we're pretty likely to be in black. Of course, it's not guaranteed at this point, but anyway, let's take Converter. And not the strongest pack here. We got lots of red. It's a Through the Breach, I suppose, but I mean, I do like Dothy if we want to lean into black more. I think it's a good 2-drop. Not too enthused about Blade of the Oni or Grave Titan. Anger is, I guess, cute with Currency Converter, but that card usually wheels, and for good reason, I think. Cryptic Code's okay too. I like Chandra a decent amount, but I think I'll just stick with a black card for now. Dothy's a pretty high quality card and doesn't require us to do anything extra, so. And now I think Underground Sea, or I guess Rafine's Tower. I do think the duels are better in general, though, even though it's obviously one less color. It's just reasonably likely I'm going to want to pair blue with this. And otherwise, there's what, Hex Mage. Fatal Push is fine. I would definitely like to have something like this in my deck. But I think fixing's pretty important. And then Channel we're pretty far away from. It's a weird card because Channel can be the best card in your deck, but often it just ends up doing nothing. So let's go with Underground Sea and we'll see what happens. Well, this is an interesting one. Strip Mine, I think, is really excellent, but then there's also Borrow Goyf. I don't think anything else is remotely close. I haven't seen like a single blue card other than our opening pack, so blue might be getting pretty cut from this direction. Now it is cube, so we can just collect some blue cards in pack 2 and still end up in blue. It's not crazy to think that, but oh man, this is tough. I think these are both really, really excellent. think I'm gonna take Strip Mine, but that could be wrong. Alright, what do we have here? There's a Blood Tithe Harvester, another nice little. We go into red-black, which, since blue's not open, that could be a direction. We could take Satyr Wayfinder. If we end up yet trying to use this Strip Mine and have some like graveyard land synergies, Wayfinder would be good in that sort of setup. But I'm perfectly happy just play a Strip Mine. I don't need to have a ton of synergies with it. Just a good card. Let's just take Blood Tithe. I think that card's nice. Unlocks a lot of potential options. Okay, you know what? I don't think Archfiend very often, but maybe now's the time. If we're just trying to be like a tempo-y black-red deck, a 6/6 flyer for 4 that can also deal extra damage to your opponent through other means is pretty good. I think the alternative would be like Goldspan. I mean, Reprieve is probably the best card here, but I don't really want to go into white in this moment, so. Alright, let's see if we can do this. Okay, I could take Firebolt. I'm not the biggest Firebolt fan. I think sorcery speed and only 2 damage is pretty mediocre. And yeah, you get the flashback, but 5 mana is so much. It has to be a really grindy game for that to really come up. I might take the Sylvan here. We do have some inroads into green. I know black-green's sort of a meme, but Strip Mine does combine well with green cards in general, and Sylvan is strong, so we grab a Sylvan and we will see about that one. I don't think it's likely I'll end up playing Blood Tithe and Sylvan, but it's definitely possible as well. Alright, there's Unholy Heat and Ignoble. Thing. You like Ignoble. It doesn't work super well with a bunch of twos that we have, but I think it's a strong enough card to pick it up. It also fixes for black and red, so maybe 3 colors not off the table. We don't have any lands yet, but uh Elvish Mystic I like a lot less, but I will still take it. And I guess at this point we're gonna try to see if we can do some sort of green thing, because that seems a little bit more open, but definitely on the lookout for some fixings. Underground Sea not looking great, unfortunately, at the moment. Alright, both black cards wheeled in this pack. I mean, I guess Blade of the Oni hits kind of hard for a 2-drop. It's not too excited about Grave Titan. Sure, I'll take a 3-1. We'll see. Okay, now there's a bunch of red cards flowing. I mean, Kamano's kind of nice with all this stuff. Kellen could be good too, though, in this style of deck. I haven't played with Kellen much. I haven't been too impressed by it in Foundations draft. It was excellent, but in Cube, I'm not so convinced. I guess I'll take a Fire Blast. I don't know, and sure, we'll pass the last pick. Adeline White's very open, I guess. All right, so yeah, we either like red-black kind of aggro-y stuff. Okay, Piggy Bank does help with that plan a little bit. Okay, well, I guess now we have Black Lotus, which... So far, this is not a good Black Lotus deck, but obviously I'm going to be taking the Lotus. Means we're missing out on a fast bond, which means our Strip Mine Dreams are less likely to happen. So now I'm once again leaning more into red. I think that was a big draw of green, is trying to do something with the Strip Mine, but let's take a Black Lotus and see where we go from there. Okay, here's a red-blue fetch. That does actually make the Underground Sea something, because now we can, even if we don't find any other duels, this becomes red-black, which is nice. And honestly, this pack doesn't do a lot for me otherwise. I mean, another Gorf is fine. I would maybe play it, but I think I'd rather have the fetch here. Good chance that ends up being reasonable. Maybe Oliphant Wheels, maybe not. Okay, now we have Robber, Inquisition. Suppose there's a Dak Faden, if that's something I wanted to try and shove into my deck, but I don't know what it is. Not really that interesting in Chrome Mox. We have a pretty low curve so far, and not a lot of ways to get card advantage, so might just take Robber. I do like Inquisition as well, but Robber's traditionally been a pretty solid little card. Man. Guess we're getting cut on black from this side, just not seeing anything. Zagoth Triome. Fixes for green, I guess. It's really not a lot else. I could take an Ancient Tomb. This is like the worst Ancient Tomb deck I've ever seen, so I don't think that makes a lot of sense. Alright, we'll take this Triome. I'm not super excited about it, but it's a thing. Alright, here's some black cards. The Vaultborn Tyrant, but it's not like we have a Reanimator or anything, and we have a couple of ways to discard, but not much. I think I'll just take a Bitter Triumph. It's better in Bone Shards because you have that mode of paying 3 life, and it's an instant. In like a dedicated Reanimator deck, I would maybe consider Bone Shards, but Bitter Triumph definitely looking better here. There's the birds, but I don't know. I think I'd rather just take the black card. There's an Exploration now. There's a Kavu as well, but I don't think we're going to be more than 3 colors, so Kavu. Well, I mean, we will have some free blue as well. But honestly, I might just take Flame Slash or Blackleaf Cliffs. Those are both pretty good here. I do need some fixing, and I do need some removal. Let's take Flame Slash. I'm hoping I'll find a dual land. Maybe that's a bit of a Okay, well, Snuff Out, I think, is better than Pyrokinesis, so I'll just take that. I do like Pyrokinesis. Play it, but go Snuff Out. Maybe black wasn't being cut. Maybe it just worked out kind of weird. Oh man, I do like Ursine Monstrosity a lot, as well as Grist. There's also Walk-in Closet here, but we passed now both Fast Bond and Exploration. So I think we're off the green plan. I think I'm going to take Knight's Whisper and go red-black. Sort of aggressive stuff. Yeah, there's Magda as well as Slasher. Let me cut the green. Let's Ignoble out of here. I'll probably cut one or two of these twos. A couple of them are pretty mediocre. Oh, there's also Dark Confidant. Dark Confidant looks really good in this deck. It's very cheap. I do like Slasher, especially if we can Lotus it out. That could be really strong, but I think Dark Confidant is better. Okay, Nethergoyf did come back. Could also take Bombardment, but it's not like I have any synergies with it, really. There was that Devil card that might wheel. That is like a pretty good combo. Not the biggest Nethergoyf believer, but you know what? I'll try it. All right. So I'll take a Terra Sunder, sure. Yeah, green does seem open, but I think this is just going to be better is the thing. Ooh, Mind Collapse I will take, though. That's this one. Didn't end up getting that red-black land that I was hoping for, but that's okay. Oh, the Exploration Wield. Actually, I'll take Research Desk. Could play that card pretty easily. Well, we could have had Strip Mine, Exploration, Walk-in Closet, which would have been nice, but I think this is the better direction to go still. Dia Guardian. I don't know why this card's in the cube. What do we got here? There's a Reanimate. Okay, don't hate that. There's also a Library of Alexandria. Oh, and a Blood Crypt and Inti. Oh man, there's a lot of good stuff here. This is a pretty good Library of Alexandria deck. You have a cheap curve. The card advantage is nice. Blood Crypt would obviously be insane because I have a fetch for it and I just kind of need it. Reanimate, really strong card. We don't currently have any ways to like really enable it. It's mostly just a value thing. I mean, I have Blood Tithe and Currency Converter, I guess. This is tough. I think our mana is too bad to take Library here, which is like awkward. I might just take Reanimate and hope the Blood Crypt comes back. I think this is nice. It gives another dimension to our deck, potentially. And like, it's just a good value card, even if you don't do anything else with it. Okay. This is pretty weak. I guess Generous Plunder is good. This might wheel, this might wheel. These two, yeah, I'll take the Plunder. Here are so many 2-drops, but that's okay. Oh, now there's Flash. Awkward. We passed a lot of the good Flash targets already, I think. There was a Woodfall in the first pack that might wheel, but honestly, I should probably just take Shieldred. Shieldred with Lotus is really, really nice. We also have Orcish Bowmasters. I sort of forgot. I don't think there's been any draw 7s. I generally pay attention to those anyway. But yeah, let's grab a Shieldred. Having some 4s in your Black Lotus deck is definitely nice. Okay, I could take Gristlebrand here for the Reanimate. It's not like there's much else going on in this pack, so I guess I will. Okay, now we see a Shallow Grave and a Natali, as well as a Lightning Bolt. Would love a Lightning Bolt, but we did pick up some removal, so it's probably not as critical. I'd rather have a second source of reanimation or a second good target. I think the Atali is nice. It is castable, especially with Lotus. I have a couple ways to make treasures as well. Let's grab a Natali. That gives us 2 really nice reanimate targets. Ooh, there's a Grief. Okay, Grief reanimates obviously excellent. Lotusing out of Grief is good. Yeah, let's take Grief. Yeah, the black is definitely flowing a lot more from this direction. Tribal Flames of Darn, Epicure, Arena of Glory, Smuggler's Copter. Ooh, this could be a nice Smuggler's Copter deck. I have a lot of ways to crew it. It's another discard outlet. I think that's going to be better than Arena of Glory or Epicure. Go for it. It's a little bit weak. I think I'll take Harvester of Misery. Is that card even good? I don't really want to give -2/-2 to the board, but I guess I could use that as a sideboard or something. I don't know. I'm really worried about our fixing situation. I'm starting to think I should have maybe picked up the Blood Crypt instead of the Reanimate, but let's see. Okay, there's the Overlord. Oh, there's the Woodfall Primus. I don't know if I need a third thing. These are both pretty good as is. There's a Thespian stage. There was a Depths, but it's not like I have a tutor or anything, so it's not really that good. I just think the Overlord. 4 mana deal 4 is okay, and then eventually becomes a thing. Okay, well, I will take this because it's at least some form of fixing. They got Triumphs out of here. Yeah, our fixing's really bad, and I'm gonna have to make a couple of cuts, but this deck feels solid, I think. Probably Piggy Bank and Blade of the Oni can maybe go. Maybe Kellen? It looks like a decent Kellen deck. We got a lot of cheap things. Not too bad. Just 24 right now. I mean, 24 with 16 lands isn't crazy considering I have a Lotus and a fairly low curve as well. These things we're hoping to reanimate and have a couple of 4s. The ones, bunch of 2s. This is mostly cheap or free as well. Yeah, I could play 16 lands. This probably pretty easily. Piggy Bank's kind of interesting because the treasure might help us fix our mana. I'd rather be doing other things. I guess this Bob got a little worse with the Gristlebrand and Tali, but I think it's still worth playing. Because there's also Overlord, so there's a couple of bad hits for sure. The Flash Wield? Huh. Was not expecting that. Our blue fixing's A. I'm gonna take it. I don't know if it'll make the deck, but Fido. Oh, Rabble Master actually play. Flash only really works with a Tali, so I guess I'm not gonna play it, but that's strange. Flash is not a card that normally wins. We saw a lot of good targets kind of go late in the packs as well, so that's strange to me. Okay. All right, so I do need to make one more cut here. One or two. Nethergoyf is certainly an option. Let's see. Alan is maybe an option. I like all these 2s. I like the Rabble Master. I guess Archfiend's always like, eh. And then the Overlord card is also like not amazing. Though it is cool to reanimate it, I suppose. It's a decent backup target. I think it's just going to be the Nethergoyf. I'm not filling my graveyard all that well, so... is that right? Because I added the Rabble Master, so I do need to cut a card, right? This 28. Yeah, this is right, because of Lotus. Yep, okay. Like I said, I don't love my mana base. We have a Scalding Tarn that can get an Underground Sea or a Mountain. And then we have this Blazemire thing, which is what? This is a base. It always makes black, and then it sometimes makes red. So, okay. That's a duel, and that's mostly black. I do need more black than red. I suppose that's maybe one reason to cut Overlord, actually, because it is a double red card in both modes. So maybe I should cut that. And then put in either Nethergoyf or Blade of the Oni or Piggy Bank. The 3 things. I don't think Harvester in the main deck. It's Blade good, so it's a 3/1, and you can reconfigure it to make something a 5/5 menace. That's not terrible, honestly. Alright, I'm gonna try the Blade. We're very stacked on 2, but I don't think that's such a bad thing. And that means we can sort of minimize our red a little bit. Magical Lightning's me even less now. I don't think I quite agree with 4. That's very little, because that would give us 5, and then maybe Blaze Mire Verge for a 6th. I think I want 6 at a baseline. And I assume we're getting 12, so that would give us 7, 8, 9, 10 black. Okay, that's good. Okay, I think this is deck. Our mana kind of sucks. We have a Lotus. We have some reanimate shenanigans. See how it goes. Alright, we do get to be on the play. Good. All swamps generous Splinter Robber of the Ritual. I think I'm a mulligan that one. Oh my goodness, what is this? I mean, I think I have to keep this. I don't really want to go to 5. Let's keep it. Do I put back Gristlebrand? Research Desk? I mean, having Reanimate in hand means I probably want to keep the Gristlebrand. Nice Whisper and Dark Confidant unlock more cards for me. It might be Bowmasters. Because Research Desk, if I don't hit on lands, I'm going to really want Research Desk there. So I think I'm putting back Bowmasters, which feels weird, but I think in this situation is correct. See what happens from here. Drawing a land would obviously be nice, so I can just slam a Dark Confidant, but Elvish Mystic, okay. Land. Okay, we did hit a land. That's good. So let's go with Dark Confidant here. It's going to be a heavy life payment hand. We got Dark Confidant, Night's Whisper, Reanimate. Could get a little dangerous. We'll see. Bristly Bill. Okay, I can live with Bristly Bill. Ooh, I can't live with Gaia's Cradle. Nice to draw a strip mine here. Keen-Eyed Curator? Okay, well that's awkward. Always yield to Dark Confidant. Mountain. We drew a Dothy. So I can Night's Whisper, I could Research Desk. These are both options. I'm under a lot of pressure for playing a Night's Whisper. I think I'm at Research Desk. I don't exactly know what I could find here, but we're gonna look. I guess I'll be Swamp. Let's go Swamp Dothy, I guess. Right. Pass the turn. I guess I can exile my Research Desk, but that's not really big of a deal. I don't think we're winning this one. The Gaia's Cradle was kind of a lot. This tracker, sure. Yeah, the combination of the fact they have Gaia's Cradle to accelerate and the Keen-Eyed Curator, so this reanimate combo isn't going to work, is pretty bad for me. Let's see. How I possibly draw here? There really isn't much, to be totally honest. Childred maybe buys me some time. Dismember Dark Confidant, okay. Well, I can now cast Dismember if I want. I don't know how good that is, but I have the option. Well, they tapped out, which means if I do find some way to get the reanimate going, granted, I'm going to be at a very low life total, but Fate of the Oni, lovely. And Showa Brawler's a 1-3, which is quite funny. Probably just kill Bill here. I could kill the Curator as well, but Bill's getting pretty dangerous. Take 1,000,000 damage. Yeah, I mean, I guess Hell Knight's Whisper. I don't know. Don't really know what the plan for winning this game is, but okay. I got the blood tithe, but I think it's too late now because I won't be able to reanimate. It's going to cost me too much life. So I will still play this, I think. I might as well get the blood token in play. Let's kill Bill here. Yeah, I don't exactly know how I'm winning this. Feels difficult. My opponent, guess, has a bunch of clues to crack. What was that? It's cast. Oh, they're just exiling a bunch of stuff. They get 4 types? I guess they can. Sure. Yeah, that's another way that we're dead, I suppose. Alright, seen enough. They're playing against green, kinda rampy, kinda stuff. I don't love that they have the stupid Keynight Curator, but I don't think I want, like, I could cut Gristlebrand to Tali. I'll still play Reanimate, but I could cut these two and just, like, put in some cheaper stuff. They seem like the kind of deck that would have a hard time actually getting rid of these. I think I want to keep it and just hope we don't get matched up in that way. Go ahead and play first for a better hand this time. Oh boy. I can Lotus out a Dothy Voidwalker and then have a million lands in a reanimating hand. It's not great. It's not great to mulligan a Lotus hand, but it's just ain't it. Okay, this looks better, I think. I'll be keeping this one, and I guess I'll put back either Robber or Grief, I think. I can't really be too forewarning myself with Grief. I'm a little far away from being able to cast it. I like the curve of 2 into 3. And I definitely want the strip mines. I guess I'll just put back Grief. Alright. Well, yeah, like this is the kind of hand where you know, Lotus would have been much better. I could just get Dark Confidant plus Robber of the Rich on turn 1. Let's go land. I think I'll go for Bob first. We'll see about doing some robbing later. Okay, here comes Bill again, presumably. A Lotus Cobra, sure, that's also an option. Our opponent is kind of ramping out of their mind. Yeah, Curator's back, cool. Healed. Bowmasters, that's a nice draw. That's a very nice draw. More lands. Should probably kill that Cobra, to be honest. And then I just strip their Gorge, maybe? I kind of wanted to save this for the Guy's Cradle, but setting them back a bunch of mana seems good too. Yeah, let's do it. That's the turn. Doesn't look like Robber is going to be doing much robbing because they got rid of their hand pretty quick, but that's okay. This was pretty nice still. No attacks, no nothing. All right. Like no attacks, no nothing. Bitter Triumph's good too. A lot of lands. Whoops. Can't do that. Hmm. I just kill the curator. I think I'd rather rabble first. And then that way, once I kill the curator, I can get a lot of stuff going. Yeah. Stuff, I don't care. Yield. Well, this might be a game we win thanks to Strip Mine. We'll see if they have anything next turn. If they don't, they're pretty dead, I think. It's fine. Okay. Did they draw land? They didn't draw land. Alright. I think we just win then. I can even kill the elves, but I think killing the key 9 and just going for damage is probably better. Oh, I can just do both. That works even better. Slash your elf. Bitter Triumph. Keen-eyed. Maybe I wasn't supposed to pay life for that, just because of the Bob and some of the expensive cards in my deck, but I think I'll kill pretty quickly here, so Rabble Master is about to start really getting in there. Yeah. Okay. Let's try it one more time. I don't think I want to change anything. I mean, the deal 4 is kind of nice, but man, that's just a lot of red and a lot of mana, and I don't think Harvester's quite enough. It can kill an elf, which is nice. I can do better than that. Okay, this looks solid. Our deck is all twos, so an all two hand is about what I expect. Our opponent on the play with all the acceleration they have is really scary, but... Okay, they didn't have a 1-drop. That's pretty big, actually. Oh, I could grief them if I want. Hmm. It's tempting. I have a bunch of twos to play, so I don't really need the blade. Yeah, I think I will, actually. I even have the robber to, like, help me out to get back up on cards. Obviously, if I draw a reanimate at some point, it's nice. I figured they had a bunch of good twos. Ramanop, Kavu, Bristly Bill, Harriet. I don't think I care about Ramanop that much. I mean, you have a fetch land, I guess. Hmm. Bristly Bill or Kavu worse? I guess... No, I don't really want to kill either of them right away. Asika's Chariot's honestly pretty annoying, too. Just big, makes a lot of bodies. So their turn 2 is probably Kavu. We're going to assume is like a 3-3 or something. I'd honestly take the Chariot. It just does the most. If they only had 1-2 drop, I would probably take that, but they'll have a turn 2 play either way. So just do this. Okay, looks like Kavu's only going to be a 2-2 for now. It's Forest. There goes Kavu. Go ahead and make generous plunder. Then with the treasure, I can play both of these so I can get under the Lotus Cobra. So they get to do both here. All right, Cradle as well. Ugh. It's Cradle, Chariot's gone. Sure. This, they could exile my grief if they want. I guess it's not great for me, but it's fine. Doing. Take it. So they have Bristly Bill and an Unknown in hand. All right. Let's draw. Yes, here. They have 2 cards in hand. Of course, I draw the reanimate now. Oh, game. All right. So if I go land, Bitter Triumph, discarding a card, Robber, I am down 1. I think that's good. I'm going to kill the Ramen up. Attack with both. Do that. All right. Bitter Triumph, discard a card. Kill Ramen up. 2. Discarding Underground Sea. Go Robber. Both. If they want to trade with Robber, then so be it. Land, which I can't play. It's cast, right? I don't imagine I'm going to win this game, but I mean, that reduces their Cradle mana and any future, like, other things, so this isn't so bad. They can't exile everything, so I can reanimate something here at the very least, unless they played the Keen-Eyed. The Bristly Bill, we knew about that. Go Wasteland, okay, great. Might have to reanimate Ramen up so I can play my lands. They have more. Death Right, okay. Don't love that either. For the Robber, which is fine. Probably want the treasure. They have lots of mana anyway. Arch. Okay. It's not the worst, to be honest. Yeah, let's grab a Ramanov Excavator. That. And I'm interested in attacking. They have a land drop next turn. They can make this a 3/3. Would I double block it? Double number of counters on each roll. Into 4/4, that's not enough. They could put one on this and make it really big. I guess I don't need the extra treasure from the plunder, so yeah, going for some kind of double block is probably better. I am at 12. I got my 1 land. I'm not going to get any... Well, I guess I might get more, but Deathray can exile this Underground Sea. So... There's the land. We'll see how they choose to do this. Oh, that makes this a 4/4 base as well. Yeah, that's a little tricky. Can become a 7/7. They're just gonna do it. Okay. I think I'm just taking it here. I don't see how chumping really solves a lot of problems for me. They're exiling their own stuff. Okay, sure. Yeah, let's take it. I don't exactly know how I'm winning this, but we will see, I suppose. Sure, let's keep making treasures. Yeah, I'll attack with the plunder at some point. It's Whisper. Well, I'm gonna play the Underground Sea before they exile it. I guess I'll play a Night's Whisper, although Deathrite kills me really quickly at that point. Hmm. Maybe I can't do that. It's in our sorcery. There's currently 2, so yeah, I'm effectively at 1. Yeah, I guess I can't really do that right now. Let's just do this. And we'll think about it. Could attack with the plunder now. Oh, especially now they can't block it. 3, so I'm going to 1. But that's fine, I think. So I will attack, get this damage in. I'll chump Kavu. I have another blocker. Yeah. Be okay. Well, this thing's a rogue. That's funny. Didn't even think about that particular synergy, though it obviously didn't matter here. At a 13. It's not really good enough, but what I draw next turn. Okay, I mean, they're drawing lands, which is, I think, fine. I wonder if they should just be looting with the Kavu, because the 1-1 counter on the build isn't really a thing. So I could go for a double block here, but I don't think trading Archfiend for Kavu really is good for me. I'd rather chump. That's better. I'm not really winning a game with just these two, so let's chump and see if I can't just get my opponent dead somehow. I don't exactly know how I'm going to do that, but see what I draw. Draw land. It's not really enough. If I attack with both, they can sack a treasure. They take 1, 3, 9, and I die. If I play Night's Whisper, I just die. Yeah, I'm dead. All right. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. They just incidentally had a lot of stuff against my reanimate and happened to draw it a lot. Kind of awkward, but let's see if we can pick it up in the later matches here. I'll see you for match number 2. All right, here we go. Yet another mulligan. We're on the draw. I mean, this looks better. Certainly a keep. It's a little awkward I have nothing to crew the copter, but do. Keep this one. Really don't want to put back Shieldred. I guess I just put back the research desk. It's kind of nice after a mulligan to have something that draws you cards, but I think having Shieldred, Copter, and a removal spell is probably the way to go. Just hope we draw something that can crew that Copter. Which, you know, our deck's full of them. Well, Gristlebrand, I suppose, is technically a thing that can crew the Copter, but I don't think it's exactly what I'm after. But if we do get to crew the Copter, it's a nice one to discard at least. So, Nether Coif, you got it. There's a Night's Whisper. I think I'm just going to Copter first. Still hope to hit something that can crew it, and then if we don't, I can Night's Whisper. This for 1 red. I'll just cycle these. Sure. Fine. Oh, Godless Shrine. Okay, another very colorful deck here. God. The 1-2 isn't too much pressure. They likely have a counter spell. Oh, interesting. I don't really want to jam that into open mana, so let me just play a Night's Whisper first. I want to keep up a red or a black. I guess a red, because Kellen and Flame Slash are both pretty reasonable cards to hit here, so let's go Night's Whisper. If they counter this, fine. A Generous Plunder, which is good, but not the same as a Kellen would be there. It's interesting that they didn't counter there. Or if they just don't care enough, or if they didn't actually have it. Attack me, that's fine. Bring Nightmare for Eagles of the North. I mean, I suppose that's one way to do things. I don't gonna get the job done. We will see. Funnily enough, my Gristlebrand will actually crew this copter. Yeah, I guess I just go for it. I mean, I could play a Shieldred or something, but this just feels fine. Crew. Yield. Uh, it's worse. I guess I'll get rid of Plunder here. Helen. It's the turn. See what happens. If they just kill the Gristlebrand, it's obviously not great, but shall see what happens. I think I have to go for that while the counter spells weren't up. Okay, and they can beat a Gristlebrand. Very nice. Some sort of 4-color recurring nightmare and monstrosity. Who knows what's going on over there? I don't think I have any graveyard hate in the board. Can't really do much in that sense. Snuff Out might be a bit worse. They're playing black, but they're also playing a lot of other colors. I think I'll leave it in for now, and we'll see how it performs. Go for game 2. All right, we once again draw the Black Lotus and all lands, so that's fun. Small one. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna keep this. It is awkward. The Snuff Out isn't free. I think I'm just gonna get rid of Mind Collapse. I don't really want to be sacking him out in early, and getting up to 4 mana is kind of rough, so do that. See. Uh-oh. Don't love that, but the Bowmasters and the Night's Whisper are both pretty decent, so kind of okay, I guess. Scalding Tarn can pick up Underground Sea, which would let me snuff out, so let's do that. That is the way. I guess I don't need to do it now, but I just will. See. I could play Dothy instead. Yeah. Why not? Makes it a little more awkward for them to do any of their own graveyard shenanigans, which is like they're trying to, so. Could even play their Marsh Flats if I want. that for some reason becomes important. Think about it. Indicate my guy. Well, all right. Not really that big of a deal, though obviously would prefer not have that happen. Triumph. Okay. Nice whisper now. Two. And we're just trading one for one a bunch. Getting to play a nice whisper is pretty nice. I'll get the Slam Generous Plunder. I have Snuff Out and Bitter Triumph. Fine. I probably will end up killing that Golem with Snuff Out, but do it right this second. Ooh, that's pretty good. All right. Go then Blood Tithe. Plunder. It's the turn. Or removal, I'm guessing. Ghost Vacuum. Vaguely annoying, to be sure. Do anything about it. Okay, draw. Do I want to make some tapped treasures? I mean, I guess I kind of want to just hardcast this Gristlebrand, so maybe it's giving them 6 for the vacuum matter. They can get a Bowmasters and a Dothy out of it. That is pretty good. It's no. Oh, well, now I'll do it. Interesting. I guess I can just pay mana for my Snuff Out now. Why the heck not? Slam in. Yield. I think I'm going to keep the Lotus in hand. I prefer it be a surprise, even though obviously if they have some hand removal, they could grab it. But I think that's fine. Let's just pass. And next time I can go Treasure, Lotus, just hardcast a Gristlebrand. Solid. Okay. And they have a bunch of open mana, so that's that good, but they can kill the Gristlebrand. They could potentially get their own, but they're at a lower life total, so it should be. Say yes. Currency converter is not a bad one. Let's go ahead and back. Okay, they're jumping. Then yeah, I guess I'll just cast the Gristlebrand. I don't know. I could draw here. I haven't played a land yet, I don't think. So I could draw, play land, play converter. That doesn't seem bad. I'm at 10. Yeah. Do it. I reanimate also, but I guess it doesn't work with Ghost Vacuum very well. Yeah, let's just go land currency converter. Pass. Sure, yeah, Dothy. So I think it spent 6 mana to make an Orcish Bowmasters and a Dothy Voidwalker. I think that does a whole lot. Cycle in. All right, Bristlebrand wins the day. Very nice. Didn't even need to reanimate at that time. Just the old Lotus and Treasure. All right, I'll see you for the final match. All right, we're on the play for the final match here. This is an interesting hand. If we find a black mana, it's really good. Obviously, I can Grief, reanimate Grief. I have a Strip Mine. Just something. Hmm. Do I keep this? We have like 10 black sources. The Strip Mine kind of buys me an extra turn. All right, I'm going to keep it. I don't know if it's good. I think I will Grief on turn 1 as well. Go Mountain. Well, do I want to go Strip Mine first? That's kind of silly. But if I draw black, I do want to be able to reanimate. I guess I can Grief first and decide later. I do also have to decide if I'm griefing off the Blood Tithe or the Orcish Bowmaster. I guess the Bowmaster, because Blood Tithe could let me potentially reanimate Talia, which would be even stronger. At which point, I guess playing the Mountain does make sense. So yeah, let's do this. Go ahead and Thoughtseize them here. Okay, playing against white aggro. Pretty gross. What's this stuff? Giver of Runes. Lion Sash is obviously a problem. Thalia, Flage, Sheltered by Ghosts. Exile an online permanent to leaves. Gives them ward. Okay. I mean, they're probably going to go turn 1 Vantage or Plains, either one. I could try to take Sheltered by Ghost and hope I can get in under the Lion Sash. I think that's probably correct, to be honest. Yeah, let's do that. Then we'll go Mountain and pass. Vantage. There's the Giver. Oh, Guide of Souls. They have that or they just draw it? They just drew it, okay. It's just fine. Swamp? Dothy Voidwalker, not a swamp at all. Alright, let's strip them. Pass the turn. Really need to draw a swamp. If I draw a swamp, I'm in pretty good shape. Goes Plains, there goes Giver. Take my damage, that's just fine. Please deck, please. Fate of the Oni, excellent. Alright, well, we're gonna lose, cool. Very cool indeed. It was a risk taking this line, but I think it was worth it. Fun draw land, obviously. Thalia at sorcery speed. Oh, because it lets them some blink stuff. Sure. No, it doesn't. Yeah, I don't know why they did that at sorcery speed. I guess not a ton of reason not to necessarily. Draw mountain. Cool. I think we're conceding now. All right. Well, here Harvester of Misery looks a lot better. It can kill basically all their stuff, and when it comes to play, it literally kills all their stuff. So I think I will want that one. And what looks poor against white-red aggro here. Rabble Master is not at its best. They can pretty easily block it. A robber, I guess, in a similar vein. I'm not necessarily going to have less cards. Dark Confidant's a little dangerous, but probably correct still. This stuff's all good. This stuff's all good. I think Rabble is probably the worst. All right, let's see what we got. Wow, I've literally drawn Lotus with 5 or 6 lands every time I've drawn it. It's really annoying. This hand's borderline because I do have the research desk, which means I can potentially still Lotus something out if I hit something off of the research desk. Is that worth it? I don't have that many like excellent targets, but I do have some. All right, I'm gonna keep it. I have the strip mine, I have the research desk. There's enough going for this hand, but this could be a really pathetic match where I just don't do anything both games. Just keeping 2 borderline hands. I mean, you gotta, sometimes you gotta, you know? Play mulligan, so I guess that's something. But yeah, we're just gonna go turn 1 research desk and then turn 2 probably crack it. I think I'll just play the swamp first. If they play non-basic, maybe I just strip mine them and again just kind of buy some time of glory. That is a non-basic. Oh, Mox, really? Is a strip mine plan worse? Draw a swamp, obviously. Yeah, let's strip and then I can end of turn research desk. Maybe that's better. Okay, this feels like a reprieve or a Felia, I guess. Smuggler's Copter, Dothy Voidwalker. Guess the Voidwalker is the one I want. I just not draw land. Be lovely. Okay, Archfiend's interesting. I think I have to play Dothy this turn, but I can definitely Archfiend next turn. I want to play this in case I want more red. I guess that's fine. If they have like a wasteland or something, I'm too bothered by it. All right, Dothy, let's go. I would have preferred to have a copter in play, I think. Oh, they didn't have an end of turn play. But I didn't know if I would have some to crew it or not. Winds of Abandon. I will go and pick up a swamp. Oh, this Lotus is looking kind of useless, but maybe it'll still be good on the flashback research desk turn. Currency can good one, kind of, but let's start with this guy. Let's play a huge 6/6. Try to kill my opponent with it. Is the very simple plan that I have here. Research desk. Till the end of your next turn. Okay. Well, fine. Screaming and Nemesis. Okay. Do anything here? I mean, they can attack into my Archfiend if they want. I will block. Oh, wait. If I block, it dies? Maybe I don't block then? Yeah, I guess I won't. Alright, fine. I think I win this race. Yield. Natali. Can I just play Natali? 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I guess I can. All right. Let's do that, I guess. Land, Lotus. I've been casting these expensive cards a lot with my Lotus. What? 4, 7. Griselbrand and Sheltered by Ghosts. Yeah, I'll play those. That seems fine. Let's put this on the Archfiend, I guess. I could have exiled the Ruby. Maybe that was better. I'm rated, sure. It's not really a big deal. I will attack you for 7 flying life. And I guess I might as well draw 7 at this point. At a pretty healthy life total. Sure, I'll just play another creature, I think. Do I play currency? No, I guess I can play currency converter, discard something, and then make a 2/2 out of it. That's better for now. Discard Dark Confidant. Don't think I'll be needing that one. Okay. Players dealt damage this way. Yes, I can take combat damage from it and not be worried. Yeah. All right. Well, that one went a bit better. Natali hitting Gristlebrand's obviously pretty nasty. All right. Let's see if we can win game 3 here. You're going to be on the draw. Definitely makes it tougher. Okay. Don't hate this hand. Keep. What our opponent's up to here. Starting with a Mox probably means we're in bad shape because they're going to have a 2-drop on turn 1. All right. Something. You know, Archfiend's kind of something. It's enough of a something, but let's see. Yeah, I think them drawing their Mox just means we lose this game. Being on the draw N against a Mox, like, being 8 this turn, come on. That's silly. And now I literally can't block either of those creatures. I need a removal spell here. I just lose, I think. I'm taking 8 again next turn. Yeah, this is done. All right, well. Nice and quick. Unfortunately, we went 1 and 2 with that one, but you know what? We'll try again. It's not that big a deal. Our Lotus really didn't work out. Drew it a lot with kind of awkward openers, but it did let us cast Gristlebrand and Natali, which was fun. Anyway, despite losing, that was fun. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. If you did, consider hitting like, subscribe, all the good YouTube buttons. They really help me out. I appreciate it. That'll do it for this one. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.